Hi, my name is Lane. I'm a student APRN nurse. I'm just going to be doing a cardiovascular and peripheral vascular assessment on you. Is that all right? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to start by listening to your heart sounds. You're in the perfect position, so I just want you to just really relax and breathe normally, okay? Okay. And just let me know if you have any questions as we go. Now, can I get you to lean forward, take a big deep breath, and then release your breath and just hold it for 5 seconds while I listen. All right, you can relax. Aortic, pulmonic, Erb's point, tricuspid, and mitral were auscultated. S1 and S2 were noted with a regular rate and rhythm. I did not hear S3 or S4. S1 was best heard in the apex, S2 was best heard in the bases. She had no gallops, murmurs, or rubs, and she had no aortic insufficiency. Now I'm gonna assess your upper extremities, so you'll just have them out and relaxed. I'm just gonna feel on them. Now if I could get you to raise your arms at a 90-degree angle, I'm just gonna feel right like underneath your elbow. All right. Upper extremities are warm, dry, skin is smooth with no edema. I did not note any cyanosis or clubbing. She had +2 pulses in her brachial, radial, and ulnar pulses bilaterally. And she did not have any epitracheal nodes that were palpable to me. Now I'm gonna assess your neck, so I'm gonna start with feeling your pulses and then I'm just gonna listen again. I'm just gonna do these one at a time. Straight. Carotid pulses were +2 bilaterally. Carotid upstroke was brisk with no bruise noted. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you lay down, and ideally I'm going to put your head a bit at a 45-degree angle if you'll just get in the right position for me. Thank you. I am going to start by measuring, and then I'm going to be palpating after that. Perfect. Okay, her internal jugular vein pulsations were visualized. Her JVP was noted at 3 centimeters above her sternal notch with her head abed at 45 degrees. Now I am going to look at your chest with my 10 light, and then I'm just going to be palpating, if that's all right. All right. I'm just going to be palpating with the palm of my hand to let me know if you feel any tenderness. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. Her precordium is symmetrical, and I did not note any heaves, thrills, or lifts. Now I'm going to have you turn to the left so I can feel your apical impulse in PMI. I'm going to palpate it first, and then I'm going to auscultate. All right, now I'm going to listen. you can relax and get back on your back. Her apical impulse and PMI is tapping. And I found that at her 5th intercostal space in her mid-clavicular line. And I also didn't note any extra sounds or murmurs while I did that as well. Now I'm going to move down to your pelvic area and then move towards your legs. Just let me know if you feel uncomfortable or if there's any kind of tenderness or anything like that. All right, is that okay? Okay. Her femoral vein was non-tender. Her inguinal nodes were also non-tender. They were palpable. They were soft. And then as I moved down towards her lower extremities, those were warm. They were dry. Catheter fill was below 3 seconds. Her hair was evenly distributed. Regarding her calves, they were supple. They were non-tender. They were even. They didn't have any edema or anything like that. When I was assessing her pulses, I checked her femoral, popliteal, posterior tibial, and her dorsalis pedis, and those are +2 bilaterally. And I don't know if I mentioned, but her capillary flow is below 3 seconds. Okay, now I'm gonna I'm gonna do like a postural color change test. So I'm gonna lift your legs up for 60 seconds. And then when I tell you, I'm gonna set them down and then you can stand up so I can assess your legs. So I'm gonna do this at a 60-degree angle. Okay, 60 seconds has passed. Yeah, can you stand up? All right, as I'm watching her stand up, I'm noticing that pinkness returned within 10 seconds. In the veins of her feet and her ankles filling was below 15 seconds. There was no stasis change, no dependent rubor or asclerosis. And so therefore she did not have any venous or arterial insufficiency. Thanks.